Right.
So you can go straight to the farm, and a direct trade is absolutely the best for the farmer if the buyer. So there's a caveat there. Direct trade is good if the buyer is willing to give the farmer, the most money for their crop. So the quality that they've grown, and that's the whole thing. So I used to have rose-colored glasses that said I was going to be out there changing the world. And I'll tell you, the coffee market it's such a big market, first of all, and it's hard. Like on our end, we can only store just a small amount of pallets of coffee beans, coffee sacks as they come into our facility. We don't have a very big space. We are operating our entire business out of 800 square feet. So
yeah, it's a small space.
It is a small space.
It's a wonderful space, but it's not huge.
Yeah. So 20 feet by 40 feet, and like 600 of that square foot is the coffee production side, where the other 200 is our little cafe in the front, and the standing area for people to shop. And we are as tight as we can possibly be in there, and that means we can't bring in a lot of coffee at one time. We haven't brought in anybody else. We'd need a bigger facility to start bringing in more employees and stuff like that. But that was the goal. We see other people doing it.
It still be the goal. Like it's not like it's not over now, Troy.
Right. It's not over, but it's like our current, the way we're currently set up. I have been down to Brazil. I went down to Brazil on a buying trip with like 18 other coffee buyers early on. I was like 2010, 2011. And in that buying trip, we found a Brazilian coffee farm. I think it was a gentleman and possibly a cousin or his brother. I can't remember at this point. But the people that we were down on the buying trip with, we bought their entire crop. So like their entire crop that they had produced for their little farm, I think it was 20 some sacks of coffee. And the person who had set up the trip was also an importer, and he worked to bring all that back in and then distribute it to all of us that bought that directly from the farmers. So that's the most benefit to the farmers when it can be done that way. Without the middle part of coffee has a lot of people to get paid in that process. So that infographic.
I would imagine it's a lot of open hands, right?
Yeah.